on a larger scale, the project is something I've been developing off and on for about 15 years. And it came, of course, from my brother begging me to teach him how to drive, and how I discovered some misconceptions that I had about his capabilities as well as his desires, and just there was a part of me that thought automatically someone with Down syndrome is not eligible to get a driver's license. I mean, it's a real simple concept, but it's an incorrect one. But when I realized that I was at that moment, the only thing stopping him, for one, of course, I took him out and taught him how to drive, but I also realized there was a story I wanted to tell there. And so I began developing the story back then. We're talking 98. This is largely a road trip movie. It's these two brothers are traveling across the desert to dispense of their recently deceased mother's ashes at the Grand Canyon. And I was never really happy with it. I always thought the story was great, but I never liked how the script, I'd finish the script and go, some stuff happens, the end. And then a little over a year ago, I suddenly realized what I needed to happen was for Andy, the character's name is Michael, but for that character to leave, to part ways with his brother for a time. That's what I needed in my story, because my number one focus the whole time was I wanted this to be the character Michael's story, not Red's story. And the challenge with that is how many of us can relate to Michael or Andy? I mean, we don't know what it's like to be that. So as filmmakers and storytellers, it's easiest for us to make a movie about Red. That's what we know, that's what's familiar. And that's what I kept struggling against. I really wanted to make this Michael's movie. And when I realized, wait, Michael needs to leave and we stay with Michael, that helped me congeal the whole story. And I literally sat at an art show in Park City, Utah last August with my iPad typing a new script. And I decided. Thanks for watching this week's video, which implies that I put out a video every week. I don't need that kind of pressure. Click, subscribe, share,